Buddha Wisdom, EP1S2. How did one woman help change the history of Buddhism? Hello and welcome to Buddha Wisdom. In our previous episode, we explored a little-known chapter of Prince Siddhartha's life before enlightenment. For 6 long years, he pushed his body to the extreme. He ate almost nothing. He slept very little. He believed that severe self-denial might lead him to the truth. But instead of gaining wisdom, his body became weaker and weaker. He was so thin that his ribs could be seen beneath his skin. Some accounts even suggest that he came close to death. At that moment, no one could have imagined that a simple act of kindness would help change the course of history. The person behind that moment was a young woman named Sujata. Today, her name is remembered throughout the Buddhist world. Yet many people know very little about who she was and why her story matters. One day, Sujata prepared a special offering. It was a bowl of milk rice, a nourishing meal made from rice and milk. She carried it with great care and approached the place where Prince Siddhartha was sitting in meditation. When she saw him, she did not see a prince. She did not see a future Buddha. She simply saw a human being who appeared exhausted and in need of strength. So she offered him the meal. At first glance, it seems like a small and ordinary event. A woman offers food to a wandering ascetic. Nothing more. But here is something many people do not know. On the day Siddhartha accepted that bowl of milk rice, many observers did not see it as the beginning of enlightenment. They saw it as a failure. For years, Siddhartha had practiced extreme austerity. He had rejected comfort. He had rejected pleasure. He had rejected ordinary food. And now, suddenly, he was eating again. To many people, it looked as though he had abandoned his spiritual quest. Some believed he had given up. Others believed he had become weak. Even the ascetics who had followed him for years began to lose faith. But Siddhartha himself was realizing something profound. He saw that extreme suffering was not bringing him closer to wisdom. A weak body could not support a clear and steady mind. The truth, he realized, could not be found through self-indulgence. But neither could it be found through self-torture. There had to be another way. This realization would later become known as the middle way, a path of balance, a path that avoids both extremes. Looking back, that single bowl of milk rice was far more than a meal. It became part of a turning point in human history. And Sujata, without knowing it, became part of a story that would inspire millions of people for more than 25 centuries. Her story reminds us that small acts of kindness can have consequences far beyond what we can see. Sometimes, a simple gesture may arrive at exactly the right moment, and sometimes, that moment can change a life, or even change the world. But the story does not end here. There were 5 ascetics who had followed Siddhartha for years. When they saw him accept the meal, they believed he had failed. Who were these men? And why did they walk away just before enlightenment? We will explore that story in our next episode. Thank you for listening to Buddha Wisdom. See you in the next episode.